Well, welcome to the Beef Teaching Farm. Today we're going to talk about one of our drought management strategies, and that is early weaning of our calves. When I'm going to think about making that decision, one thing that I want to do is sit down and really be pretty honest with myself and what I have for available forage yet. We are going to elect to wean a little bit earlier than we normally would here this year. For me, one of the things that's going to drive that is current cattle markets and conditions, where I think they're going to go. The other one is how much available forage I have, how much available forage I'm going to have going into the fall, and really if I want to keep weight on those cows, maintain weight on those cows, or kind of the body condition of my herd, body condition score of my herd. We're in a good spot right now. We're going to do it just kind of more of a workflow issue for the reason this year. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is where them calves going to go after we wean. For us, we have a little bit of flexibility. We can either run those calves out on a millet crop, which we've done in the past. So what we're going to do this year, I'll just run you guys through it. This is just the way that I'm going to handle it. We're going to put out creep feed prior to weaning. We're going to get those calves started on it so that that back tail end of the calf crop, that's probably only going to be about 90, probably a little bit under 120 days, so that those calves are going to be the ones I'm the most concerned about, because some of those might not completely be transitioned over to being a full functioning little ruminant. So I want to offer them a really high quality feed. We're going to elect to do that with a creep feed. Our creep feed, then we're going to run a couple of loads of that, and then we're going to transition over to actually a receiving feed. And then from there on, we're going to pull our bulls out to go on bull test. Our heifers, or our replacement heifers, will then be put off and started on their own ration. And then those calves that we're just going to feed, we have a lot of flexibility with. If we want to kind of background them out on a cover crop, we have that flexibility. If we want to just put them on a receiving ration in our feed yard and get them started that way, we can do that as well. Or we can also elect to just sell them as weaned calves at that time, because we'll be a little bit earlier into that market cycle. The one thing that I encourage anybody to do if you're thinking about changing your management schedule off of what you're used to, talk to your local veterinarian or a veterinarian that you trust and understands your cattle, your operation. Talk to, maybe there's some things that you need to change. I know in ours there's a few things that we need to look at and maybe adjust from what we're normally doing based off of just going earlier. But it's a great way to lighten up the load on those cows out on your pastures. The thing that I like about early weaning my calves off those cows is that later on in the year, if we have some cows that did slip on us a little bit, or even those second calf heifers, we drop their nutritional needs a lot by taking that calf off the side of them, and we're still grazing a really high quality, good crop prior to going out onto crop residues here in the state of Iowa. So we really get to take advantage of a really high quality, palatable feed and give those girls a chance to put some good weight back on.